welcome to our Facebook Live Thanksgiving game show. And welcome to Name That Jewish Thing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're playing today. We are playing a fantastic game where we talk about PJ Library books, Jewish values, and provocations in your classrooms. Let me introduce you to today's contestants. We have on the far side Vivian Newman, who is an education consultant at PJ Library, and Sarah Wilensky, who is a PJ Goes to School educator. Now, I would like to tell you that these contestants have no idea what I'm about to ask them, but hey, they're my colleagues, so of course I told them in advance.
But I forgot.
Now, today's topic, as I said, is Thanksgiving. Contestants can earn mitzvah points either by answering questions or asking questions. So you, the studio audience, can play at home and ask your questions. Type them in and you can get mitzvah points too. And let me tell you, the more points you get, the more points you have. Okay. Our first question for 25 mitzvah points. Oh, yes, they're getting ready to hit the bell, which is on the table. Here in America, we are about to celebrate the holiday of Thanksgiving. What Jewish holiday does it resemble and why? Yes, Sarah Wilensky.
I believe the holiday it resembles the most is Sukkot, because it is also a harvest holiday. It is a holiday where we invite our friends and family into our home. There's often pumpkin involved.
Ooh, pumpkin.
So that's the connection that I would make.
I see, but wait, we have a steal. Yes.
I have a different answer. I believe that it also resembles Passover when we have a huge meal and we invite lots of people. Our meal goes on for a very long time. And when we're at our Passover tables, we are thinking about freedom. And isn't the roots of Thanksgiving about freedom, about the Puritans coming for religious freedom?
Wow, Vivian Newman, that is a remarkable statement. What do you at the studio audience say at home? I will tell you that some theorists say that before coming to the New World, the Pilgrims lived for a short time among Sephardic Jews in Holland. And many say that our American Thanksgiving tradition may have been indirectly inspired by the holiday of Sukkot. However, I'm saying could have been Passover too. So points for everyone!
Yay!
What do you say at home? Next question. Is a round robin or a robin ve'ga'ol? Ve'agol. Wait a minute, this came out backwards on my piece of paper. It's not my fault. It is worth 50 mitzvah points for each correct response.
50. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to ask a question, and each contestant will continually have a turn to add an answer to that question. And each time the contestant answers, they get yet another 50 points.
Wow. Okay. A lot of pressure.
Okay. Name a Jewish value that is appropriate to teach young children that relates to this holiday of Thanksgiving. Oh, and wait, and you get extra points if you hold up a book that shares that same value. Yes, Vivian. Yes.
Gratitude, Hakarat HaTov. Well, and this book is about remembering to be thankful for what you have, which is really what Thanksgiving is about, is expressing gratitude for what we have.
Oh, 50 points. Sarah.
Okay,
you're going to have to ring it or it doesn't count. Yes.
She has such a nice delicate
I'm
ring.
going to say Shalom Bayit.
Oh,
And
Shalom Bayit.
peace in the home, getting along with everyone in your family. And an example of that is chicken soup. In this book, the girl in the book, she has grandmothers with different traditions, and she tries to figure out how to meld those traditions and make sure that everyone in her home is happy. And I think that happens a lot at Thanksgiving, right? We have families, who are so different, coming from all different traditions and backgrounds and beliefs, and we all come together and we have to figure out how not to fight about politics.
Wow.
Or whatever you might fight about.
What a good book. Wow. Okay. 50 points for you. Vivian?
Oh, so I'm going to add to what Sarah just talked
okay.
about when she was talking about traditions. I want to say Lador Vador. We're passing on our traditions
Oh,
from one
another
generation to the next,
Jewish value.
which very much happens at
Okay, great.
Oh,
Great. And by the way, is anyone keeping score? I'm not. Okay, great. Let's keep going.
This is another great book that sort of speaks to the same thing of melding traditions.
Uh-huh.
And while this is a Hanukkah book, Queen of the Hanukkah Dosas, Hanukkah sort of falls right after Thanksgiving this year. And remember, a few years ago we had Thanksgivicka.
Right.
So there's often some overlap here about, how do you meld the traditions of your family into making some new traditions, which I really love. And it's all about food.
Oh, food.
Not bringing diverse food traditions.
Who doesn't love food?
Right.
Okay. Excellent. Another 50 points. Yes.
Welcoming guests. So here's a picture
Welcoming
from
guests.
a Sukkot book, another Sukkot book, because the two are so tied. And this is about welcoming guests, and Thanksgiving is very much about welcoming guests into your home and making everybody feel comfortable.
Are you looking for our friend Bubby?
Sure, I'll take Bubby.
Oh, here's Bubby Isabella, another Sukkot book. Hey, I have an interruption question for you, and that is it appropriate and should we indeed teach the same values from one Jewish holiday to another? What do you say?
So I love that idea.
Ring that bell. Okay.
I really love that idea because when we, stop so abruptly after one holiday, if we're really focusing maybe on welcoming guests at Sukkot, and then we end the holiday and we say, all right, we're going to, wrap that up with a bow and put it away, we're not really sending the message of how it integrates into the rest of our lives. And if we're able to make that connection from, say, Sukkot to Thanksgiving to Hanukkah, I think the children that we work with are really able to see that's a value that they live all year long, and it's not specific to just one holiday or specific to just one book. And I think it's a really nice way to explore non-Jewish holidays like we're talking about with Thanksgiving, that there are Jewish values that are really significant in a non-Jewish holiday that many of the children we work with celebrate.
Excellent. 50 points, Vivian. Would you care to add another value?
Yes, so another value is we were talking about food, but we're also talking about feeding the hungry. This is a wonderful book. We can read it at Sukkot, but we can read it at any time because it's about getting food for a soup kitchen, which is something we all want to talk about all year long.
So we're using Gemilut Chasadim or Tzedakah.
And Ma'achil Ra'avim, feeding the hungry. Yes.
So
Amazing. 50 points. Oh. Well, we hear that sound with the lightning round. It's the
lightning. Oh, my goodness.
Brainstorm round. So now that we know that we've talked about Jewish values of Lador Vador, tradition, and welcoming guests, and celebrating family, and feeding the hungry, what are some of the provocations that we can put in the classrooms that will help children really understand with and play with those ideas? Anybody? Yes.
Feeding. I am very hungry. Feeding. So, what about having some wonderful place settings that children can set the table, making it look as beautiful as they want? Perhaps doing patterning, perhaps doing color recognition, perhaps doing different uses of things. Things for utensils.
100 points, Vivian. Next, Sarah, would you like to add to that?
Certainly. Well, we could both set out flowers and opportunities for children to make bouquets with them.
Oh, did you hear that? It means we only have moments left to go, folks.
Or perhaps there's an opportunity, depending on where you live, if flowers are blooming, not where we are right now in the getting very cold Northeast, but in many other places you could maybe go pick flowers and create some beautiful flower arrangements that help to show those who come to eat with us on Thanksgiving that we are welcoming them. And I think this also connects to this idea of like Hidur Mitzvah, that no matter what we're doing, we want
the mitzvah beautiful.
Yeah, we want to elevate our experience and make it beautiful and significant, and not just be, eating on throwaway stuff.
Exactly.
Even though it's totally fine to do that because it's hard to wash a lot of dishes.
Okay, one more quick statement from each of us here today.
Oh, are we still? So I just wanted to add this little lovely provocation. This is a pomegranate, but it also reminds me of all the wonderful bounty that we have at Thanksgiving time, the fruits and the vegetables. And it's a wonderful time to not only be thankful for these things, but to marvel at their wonder and opening cutting something up and looking at the seeds and thinking about all the wonderful things that are inside.
Excellent.
I love that.
I love that too.
So I've been thinking about this tension we've been hearing from some people about exploring the Thanksgiving story. And I really like that our conversation today has allowed us for ways to explore the values of Thanksgiving without having to repeat a maybe not so authentic story that doesn't necessarily resonate with us. And there are other opportunities to explore as well. I was showing Lisa and Vivian earlier today at Temple Shalom in Newton, which is one of our PJ Goes to School schools. They're exploring the Wampanoag tribe, which is a local Native American tribe, and not really focusing on the Thanksgiving piece, but really the other values around that.
Excellent, thank you. And one more thing that I will add is this is a time to celebrate family. So where in your classrooms are pictures of your students' families and your families too as educators? We love to see pictures of all of our families around, and it's a great time to celebrate everyone. Well, folks, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today on Name That Jewish Thing. Thanks so much to our contestants. You can all have all the points you want. Bye now.